All right, Joel from K3C Credit Counseling is with me. Congratulations, by the way, for K3C being in Cornwall now, in the new office.
Yes, we opened that on May 1st. We took over the existing credit counseling program of somebody that was already there.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice. It's kind of a neat thing just to sort of take that over and hopefully grow it in the community.
Good to know. So if you're in Cornwall and you are running into trouble too, K3C is there for you, and you can find the address.
26 Montreal Road in Cornwall.
There you have it.
And we're across. We have offices in Oshawa, in Belleville. We have Kingston. We have Brockville. Now Cornwall.
Okay.
A couple in Ottawa. So we're across Eastern Ontario. That's for sure.
And there's a lot of interest. We have a lot of interest on the phone too. Let's boogie so we can get to them all. Tasha on the phone. Hello, Tasha.
Hi,
Hey,
how are
Tasha.
you?
Good, good. How are you doing? I think is a better question.
I'm doing well, thank you.
And your question for Joel.
My question for Joel is I'm actually with the K3C Credit Counseling.
Oh, right on.
And but I'm doing the debt management program.
Yes. And
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm
That's
doing
okay.
the debt management agreement, and I just wanted to know after the completion of it, how long after that? 'Cause
How long does it stay to rebuild credit?
yeah.
Let me. Thanks for the question. I'm going to answer that. I'm going to start by maybe explaining what a debt management program is.
Yes, that'd be great.
So that the viewers can get an idea of what Tasha's going through. When we look at options with people's debt, one of the options generally is a debt management program that is offered through K3C Credit Counseling. We administer it, which means it's simply an agreement that a client signs that says, you know what, I'm going to make payments to K3C Credit Counseling every single month. And what we do is we contact their creditors. 95% of the time we can get them to A, stop the interest. So first of all, they'll accept the agreement.
Right.
Stop the interest. And if they don't stop it, many creditors will reduce it significantly.
Okay.
Which allows people, when they make payments, to actually, when we send the money out to creditors, to actually see the debt go down. And the plans vary between 3, 4, and 5 years. We can't go past the 5-year mark.
Okay.
So clients make a payment to us, and we make payments to the creditors on a monthly basis until the debts are all paid off. And even if it's gone to a collection agency, we have agreements with the creditors already that they'll take it back from the collection agency so that we deal with the original creditor. So what Tasha's saying is that she embarked on a debt management program where she's been making monthly payments to K3C, and she's seeing her debt come down, and now is in the process of thinking, geez, once it's all done, how do I rebuild, and how long does it last to stay on your credit? So how it happens is that the programs are completely open, so you can pay them faster to get them out of the way quicker.
Okay.
And when you're done, when you make your final payment, we then make sure that all the balances are at zero, make sure that the T's are crossed and everything, and then we'll close down the program successfully. And then at that point, it'll take 2 years for the poor credit on the program to be purged.
Okay.
So they will actually go from being there to disappearing altogether. However, what happens is if you don't have any credit, it's not any better than having bad credit.
Right.
So no credit, not better than having bad credit. So if you wait for it to all be purged and you don't do anything about it, then what happens is that you don't have great credit after the fact.
Right.
So we can offer, Tasha, anybody that actually pays really well and goes through the program, a credit card.
Oh, you can?
To help them get and reestablish credit. It's a pilot program that's been going. It's not pilot anymore, but it's we've had it for about 5 years now, where there's a credit card company that approached us and said, you know what, we really think that people that complete their debt management program really did a great thing, and we're willing to offer anybody a credit card, a regular credit card.
What's interesting, yeah, that's amazing.
Not a secured one, just a regular card.
What's interesting to me about that is the company that you're working with is probably thinking to themselves, these people are probably better educated on credit issues than most average consumers.
Yeah.
Listen, we got Lindsay on the line, and the phone lines are packed, so we want to get to this. Lindsay is on the line. Lindsay, how are you today, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Lindsay.
Thanks for taking my call.
For sure. What is your question today?
The question is I've got several credit cards, and I'm paying them off. I paid them off over the last couple of years. My question is, once I paid them off, and can I go back to the credit card company and cancel those? And when I cancel them, is it a bad thing to cancel them on my credit rating? Does it show up on my credit rating and cancel them? And
that's $1 million question. No, it really is, because if you have good credit already and you cancel a credit card, it's not a big deal. You basically, what it shows is that it'll show the name of the credit card on your credit report, and then underneath it'll say closed by by client, or
right. Okay.
so that it shows that it's closed. And Lindsay, that little piece of credit will remain there for 6 years.
Okay.
Just stagnant, just sits there for 6 years. After 6 years, it gets purged. Is that a good thing, a bad thing? If your credit's good and you've always made your payments, then it doesn't matter, does it? I mean,
I've paid off a credit card and canceled before because I didn't like its yearly program and found a better one. So I guess that sits there, but I kind of replaced it. So, you know, if you're paying off loans and everything, I guess you would imagine they're always, when someone's taking a look at this, they're always taking into consideration everything, right?
Well, it
not
is.
one little
it's
thing.
not normally one thing because it's about your credit score. So your credit score is a number between 300 and 900, and you want to be a little bit better than the 680, which is an average Canadian. So if your credit is great and you're up there and you cancel the card, there's not a big, there's no impact.
Wow.
But what happens as well is that if you keep it open, then you have available credit. And when you have available credit, if you have too much of it based on your income and everything else, it tends to put negative pressure on your credit score. So it's a tough question.
Thank goodness you're here, honestly.
You really need to maybe have a look at your credit file. You can do it free once a year, and it allows you to actually have a look at it, see what's there, see what shouldn't be there, and come and see me if you want a fresh look at it.
K3C Credit Counseling, just to navigate through all what you just talked about, honestly, with the credit score and where it should be and all of that. Thank goodness you're around. If you want to get a hold of them, if you couldn't get through on the line, this is the way to do it. 613-728-2041, or you toll free, 1-866-202-0425. K3C creditcounseling.org. Call them up, say hi.